There are three constants in life. You're going to be born. You are maybe going to die. I don't know. I feel like if somebody had figured out how to live forever, they probably wouldn't make that public information. They'd just be enjoying it quietly. So I don't even know if that's a guarantee. It's less of a guarantee than the fact that Diego Simeone is going to get involved in some bullshit. And once again, we sit on the precipice of Diego Simeone, the head coach of Atletico Madrid since 300 BC, getting involved in some bullshit. Shall we? This came after a little Champions League shindig, right? You might have heard of the Champions League. Liverpool against Atletico Madrid. The match itself, it was a good one. Liverpool obviously jumped out to an early lead, but Atletico Madrid made it interesting. And Liverpool won it late with big Virgil van Dijk. And a minute later, you'll notice that Diego Simeone, he gets a 93rd minute red card. Not on the pitch. Hasn't been for a while since he was inciting David Beckham to commit acts of violence against him. Right? This was a great win for Liverpool. Atletico Madrid, though, was watered down, but they played their normal haram ball. Right? Atletico Madrid is the type of team that's going to let you have the ball, they're going to let you have the chances, and they're going to somehow snake it anyways. Obviously, Liverpool was the better team, and they ended up making that count in the end. So a hearty congratulations to them. But Diego Simeone getting sent off right after the winning goal is going to make everything else that we're going to talk about in this video sound and look particularly stupid. Ain't that just fun? I'm setting the scene here. Diego Simeone gets into a scuffle with Liverpool fans after they allegedly heckled him, which I'm just going to go off the top here and say that's their job. That is what the fans are there to do. I mean, obviously the fans are there to support their team, but a part of that, a part of what makes playing on the road so difficult, a part of the advantage that you can give your team is heckling. It's talking shit. You got to be able to handle that. There is nothing illegal or demeaning about talking shit. I quite enjoy it. I grew up playing pickup basketball on the mean streets of Tampa. Right? I love playing pickup basketball, but one of the integral parts of a pickup basketball culture is sometimes there's a lot of shit talking. And it's not illegal. And it's not, it can be demeaning, but it's not demeaning in a way that society should feel like it needs to correct it. It is a part of the sport. And if you are playing on the road, it's not just a part of this sport, it's a part of every sport. It's a part of every competition. And if you are playing on the road in any competition, this is something that you are going to have to deal with. But Simeone does not deal with it very well, right? You see there's a whole host of fans that are giving it to him. This one in particular, don't worry, he's released a statement we're going to get to later. Simeone gets right in his face. That guy's giving it to him large. Simeone's mixing it up. He's telling him to, hey, take a look at this guy or something. And he obviously ends up getting a red card. Now, Diego Simeone, this is some article from Somos Fanáticos. It's a paper from Portugal, said, hold on. I'm going to start with this one first, actually. Diego Simeone said, this is to Marca, they've been talking about putting on a good show, but they insult you from the back the whole game. And you can't just say anything because I'm the coach. Yeah, that's how it works. That's how this whole thing's. It's not that you can't say anything because saying anything should be illegal. I don't agree with that. If you're obviously getting in a physical altercation with the fans or doing something that's going to demean the brand of the league, I can understand why the league would want to take action. You can't just turn around to the fans and grab your nuts, right? That's probably going to be something that the league doesn't want affiliated with its brand. But if you turn around and give it a fist pump, no physical contact, just a huh, I do think that should be okay. But why would you not want to do that? What is the number one reason that you don't want to do that if you were the coach of Atletico Madrid and you're in this situation? Because then you let the fans know they're getting to you. This is shit talking 101. Why do you not, you can't say anything back because you're the coach. You shouldn't say anything back because you're the coach. Unless you just scored and you won and you go, yeah, fuck you, like that sort of thing. You can't say anything back to them because then you let them know that they're actually getting to you. That for 90 minutes, they have been under your skin and you've been thinking about them as much as you've been thinking about the game. Because they've just been in your ear the entire time. My reaction to the insult isn't justifiable, but you don't know what it's like to be insulted nonstop for 90 minutes. Yeah, but you do. I mean, I kind of do, right? I get YouTube comments. I got multiple YouTube channels, right? I get these YouTube comments all over the place. And I've been dealing with that for years. I'm sure it pales in comparison to what you've been dealing with for over 20 years. Even longer than that. You played professionally at an international level. Your entire fucking life. The vast majority of your the life that you can remember, you have been dealing with this exact situation. This exact one. People have been taught, you've been playing on the road, you've been coaching on the road in hostile environments for decades. Decades. And you're saying like you don't know what it's like to be insulted nonstop for 90 minutes. This is not somebody that is getting their first taste of even a Premier League crowd. This guy's managed in England dozens of times in various European competitions over the years. He's played there. Like yippee-ki-yay, yee-haw. I just don't understand the point Diego Simeone's trying to make, and the only logical conclusion that you can pull is that either Diego Simeone's having a bad time. That's option number one. You know, his Tamagotchi died and he's upset recently and now he has to deal with this. Two, this guy said something so absurdly off the wall that it somehow got to him anyways. Or three, he is just using this as an excuse to outlet the anger at the fact Liverpool just scored, which to me is the most likely of all three. Right? That is the most likely of all three. But then he took it a step further, and this is where we come back to Somos Fanaticos, and he said something that I don't like, that scared me. Just as we persistently fight racism, we can also fight when we receive insults. I am a good person, he said. And that's just the end of the quote. Love that for them. I'm glad he's a good person. No, this is different. This is different. It just is. There's a reason they've made it illegal to discriminate based off of your ethnicity, based off of your race. Right? And that is all very justifiable. And this obviously is a huge issue in Spain, where Diego Simeone is coaching, which is why he's referencing that. But the gap between that and just having somebody talking shit to you in the front row, it's night and day. Right? As long as that shit talking doesn't cross that line into, racism, or doesn't cross that line into other areas that might not be illegal, but are definitely super messed up, like if you have a dead relative or something, right? Areas that you don't want to go in the shit talking department that go beyond like, I banged your mom last night, right? Like, but in somewhere else. You can't ban shit talking, right? Well, I mean, the game is already so pampered. These guys play on dinner tables of grass. Okay, I mean, you don't need me to reenact the meme of the guy talking about, you drive the fastest cars, you sleep in 5-star hotels, right? Everything is taken care of for you. Your only job is to go out there and play. And I'm sorry, a part of playing and a part of managing is having the mental toughness to be able to deal with the fact that it's a hostile environment. Could be worse, dude. I mean, I know English fans are known for being fairly rowdy, but have you seen the shit that's going down in Central and South America? You seen the shit that's going down in Eastern Europe? They're lighting so many flares you can't even see the goal. Right? There's people getting like beat up. I mean, in Brazil, there were like 2 fan buses that got in a fight where a bunch of people got killed. I made a video about it. That's the intense. Remember, you've got the Chile, the fans from, there was the club in Chile and a club in Argentina, and there's people dying in the stands. That's not okay. That should stop immediately, right? But he's from Argentina. I don't believe that Diego Simeone is this soft, and I can't believe that he would call for a less shit-talking because he himself is the master of the dark arts. If you're playing at Atletico Madrid, you can't tell me the people behind the opposing bench aren't having a few choice words. They haven't Google translated a few things into English to lay it on an English team that happens to be playing there. I'm mind blown that Simeone would suggest this. I hate the idea because I think having that mental toughness to be able to, I mean, this isn't golf. You're not quiet on the backswing here, right? Deal with it. You got to be able to deal with it. As long as it's not proven to have crossed some massive red line, you got to deal with it. But that being said, I'm going to take one step back here because it is possible that it crossed that one red line. I would like to introduce you to this man. This is the fan that was the center of all of this. Now, how this guy ended up in the front row of a Champions League match, I have absolutely no idea. But he, in an effort to respond, apparently. I don't know. He strikes me as somebody that just wants to glean as much attention from this as he possibly can. In an effort to respond to a post-game press conference where Simeone didn't say really anything in particular. He didn't really mention what the guy said or anything. He posted this video, and you'll see.
So I want to get off my chest here in regards to what happened last night with Simeone. And I think he's a bit of a coward. When he went in and done his press conference after the game, the Spanish media's asked him what was said, if it was racist, if it was regarding the Falklands War and all this rubbish, right?
The Falklands War? I mean, sure, Simeone's Argentinian, but I don't think I didn't see one example. People really were just making sure that this guy wasn't being racist. That was it. I didn't see one thing about the Falklands War. I think that gives you an idea of like where this guy's kind of coming in from. I think he's sleuthing around on the internet, kind of reading every single reaction. This is probably the biggest adrenaline and dopamine hit he's ever gotten in his entire life because of all the people that are maybe texting him and interacting with him. But that kind of, the Falklands War. Anyways, dude sucks. Jonathan Poulter is this guy's name. And this was apparently only, this was in 2015. Okay, so this was 10 years ago. Nearly 10 years ago. So that guy is 30. Okay. Became aggressive after being asked to take down a banner blocking the view of disabled fans. At one point, he threatened the husband of a wheelchair user. Poulter was found guilty by a district judge of using threatening behavior. He's now banned from going near any ground where Liverpool are playing, home or away, as well as any international games for 3 years. Yeah. So senior Crown prosecutor Alison Clarkson said it had been a disability hate crime, and Poulter had spoiled the occasion for several people, directing his threatening abuse at some of the most vulnerable fans of the ground. So the guy basically was banned and fined for being like a complete dick to disabled people at a game. So it's not like this guy, this guy, based off of past incidents, is capable of having done and said something that is worthy of setting Simeone off. But the whole thing, shit talking needs to be a part of this. Should this guy be allowed to sit in the front row right behind the bench? That's also probably not a good idea.